This is best practice for coaching. Safeguarding. Safeguarding in sport is the process of protecting children and adults from harm by providing a safe space in which to play sport and be active. How safeguarding is carried out. In bigger, more professional football clubs, individuals oversee safeguarding and carry this out. For example, in Brighton and Hove Football Club, where they have a safeguarding coordinator, safeguarding manager, and safeguarding officer. And these individuals are responsible for Brighton's safeguarding and states that Albion in the community is committed to safeguarding and ensuring the protection of children, young people, and adults. In less professional sports clubs, it is mostly down to the coach and the sports national coaching governing body. The sports governing body is an organisation that governs and administers a sport over the nation. And this organisation decides who can take part in sporting events to ensure safety. This includes the coaches who will be responsible for safeguarding in everyday training sessions or game situations. What safeguarding issues need to be looked out for? A performer suddenly becoming more withdrawn or quiet. This could be because of bullying, and therefore the coach will need to monitor this within the group to eliminate this to ensure safety, as it could be causing harm to the individual. With attention seeking. This could be from a lack of attention or affection from parents or carers and are neglected. So therefore the coach may have to look into home life to ensure the performer is going home in a safe environment. Positives of safeguarding. Performers will feel more comfortable and able to focus better. This will lead to higher level of sport being performed within the group, and enjoyment of this increases as performers may be able to be themselves more with no worries. Parents and carers will be reassured and happy for kids to train as a result of this safe environment. DBS, a disclosure and barring service check, is a process to find out whether someone has a criminal record. Positives of the DBS check. Make sure the coach is safe to coach kids or performers. For example, when the DBS check is carried out, the coach's employees may be able to see if he has any criminal convictions or anything that could be a risk to the performers. From this, the performers will be safer as the coach will be legitimate and will ensure progression for the team. More trust. This will come from the performers or the performers' parents knowing that themselves or their children are in good hands, leading to more trust of the coach, increasing efficiency and progression of the team. However, potential negatives of this could be past mistakes could prevent a coach being able to coach, even if they've changed. And as a result of this appearing on the DBS check, it could cause people hoping to become a good coach and a legitimate coach to miss out on achieving this. Can take between 24 hours to a week or more to get it done, so could delay hiring process. This could affect whether the coach will join the club, as offers from other clubs could be coming in, perhaps causing the clubs to use this to miss out. Equal opportunities. A sports coach will need to deliver their coaching sessions to a range of sports performers with a variety of abilities and from a range of ethnic and social backgrounds. There are three types of equal opportunities in sport, and these are equality, which is the right of different groups of people to have a similar position and receive the same treatment. Prejudice. This is a preconceived opinion. Stereotype, which is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. Examples of these could be, for equality, footballers being racially abused by opposing fans or their own fans. An example of this is when a Manchester United footballer called Axel Tuanzebe made a mistake in a game and was vilely racially abused on social media. Prejudice. Performers from poorer areas won't be technically as good as richer areas, and so as a result might be less likely to get scouted, as scouts for pro teams might not value them as much, giving them less or no opportunities to say otherwise. Stereotype. This could be when a girl wants to join in with the boys' sporting activities, and they don't think she will be good just because of her gender, which could lead to her being told she can't play with the boys by the coach, or if she is allowed to, the other performers might avoid involving her and not giving her a chance. Positives of giving these equal opportunities are more inclusive to wider population. So performers from all areas, cultures, skin color, size, and ability have the chance to play sport. Higher quality of elite performers if more get a chance to go professional. Therefore, as a result, countries competing in Olympics will have a larger pool of performers to select, increasing the standard and success, whilst also providing hope to all. CPD, continuing professional development, is the intentional maintenance and development of the knowledge and skills needed to perform in a professional context. Positives of CPD could be, keeps coaches up to date and gives their performers the best opportunities to do well, from them learning about the latest trends and new physiological discoveries. So in training sessions, it gives the performers the best chance for improvements, whilst also keeping a variety of training drills from the coach, learning new ones to carry out. Improves coaches' knowledge to improve as a coach and get to a higher level. This could be from having an improved knowledge and understanding of what training the performers need and when in the year, how much rest is needed, and different tactics used. From this, the team's performance will be improved, increasing their success. Keeps interest and motivation high, from the coach constantly gaining new knowledge to add to his plans, as the coach will notice the improvements, from this increasing his motivation to keep improving for the team. Negatives of this. Time consuming could mean less time spent with performers, and therefore CPD should not be used constantly, as this could lead to the coach not actually having time to apply the new knowledge to the team immediately, and CPD can take up much of this time. Risk assessment of environment and activity. Risk assessments reduce or remove the risk of harm or injuries to players, spectators, and coaches. So, what is included in a risk assessment? Equipment used. This could be in a training session if children are wearing bibs, and if these bibs are much too big, it could cause the performers to trip over and cause harm. So therefore, all equipment needs to be checked if it's the correct size and weight for the performers. Area that training or match is carried out in. An enclosed area will be much safer than an open area next to a road or in a park, as the performers will be made to stay in this area. So outside factors of the performance will be fully separated. This will be especially useful with younger performers, as they will be more easily contained. Terrain. This is a very common risk assessment in sport, as coaches will need to decide whether the ground is, for example, too frozen or waterlogged for the performance to be carried out safely. How coaches judge these risks. Coaches will use a 1 to 5 scale to determine how likely a risk is to occur. 1 will mean very unlikely, and 5 will be almost certain, and the coach will take this into account when carrying this risk assessment out. This scale will further be used to decide if the risk did occur, how dangerous, and how much damage it could cause. The process of a risk assessment should be carried out by identifying hazards that could potentially cause harm, decide who might be harmed and how, whether younger children may be more vulnerable to this or older performers, evaluate risks and decide on control measures. This is when the 1 to 5 scale will be used to decide the importance of the risk identified and how this will be dealt with to prevent the identified risk harming the performers in the first place. Review this constantly, as new problems or hazards could constantly be occurring and changing every day. Emergency procedures. A coach also needs to be aware of all the emergency procedures for the facility and ensure they follow them. There are many emergency procedures a coach will need to know. Examples of these are evacuation procedures. So performers will be evacuated in the most efficient way, as the coach will be informed of the quickest exit and where to go. First aid procedures. A basic first aid kit is required for a coach to have to deal with immediate injuries and have a basic knowledge so injuries and problems can be dealt with efficiently. Emergency contacts. This will include parents or carers' contacts, as it is important they are informed of any issues quickly, and any emergency services contacts, so they are called when required to care for performers or prevent harm. Location of telephone, so the coach can quickly as possible to call for help for any other factors. Meeting points, so all performers can end up together, making it easier to know who could be in danger if not at a meeting point during an evacuation. Fire drills, to know where the closest fire escape is, so they are evacuated as efficiently as possible. All of these procedures could be vital, and the positives of knowing these are performers or parents of performers will know and will be safe. This will mean a better performer-coach relationship and more trust. Any unexpected factors will be dealt with in the most efficient way, and this should result in the least problems or issues occurring. Administration for coaching. Administration refers to the paperwork that becomes part of the role of coaching sports performers. Important administration tasks to carry out are informed consent form. This is when the coach demonstrates or explains what will be carried out, and the performers will say whether they are still happy to participate, getting permission of them. Clear attendance register. So the coach can clearly identify what performers are present and keep a clear record of this. PAR-Q, which is a form the participants state they are fit and healthy to take part, to make sure it is safe for them to participate in the activity. Risk assessment. To reduce or remove the risk of harm or injury to players, spectators and coaches. So the safety of the performers is taken care of, and the coach has done his job in ensuring safety. Clear records kept. This can include attendance records, payment and other records kept safe and secure, and constantly updated. These could be important in law cases. Get insurance. To protect the coach if any injuries occur, and if a coach gets sued, provides protection for them. All sessions should be planned to ensure smoother and more efficiently run sessions, leading to higher quality.